What's up, y'all? I have an e-commerce store and a brand. I sell handmade bags, and I'm looking to blow this thing up. I'm about to blow up the e-commerce store with tons of sales, but first I have to improve the brand and streamline the production process a little bit. So I'm gonna walk you guys through all the steps I intend to take to really blow this e-commerce thing up. Walk with me. The thing about e-commerce is ads, like marketing and ads. When they're effective, you're gonna sell a whole lot of stuff, and if you're gonna sell a lot of product, you gotta have the production streamlined. If you produce all your goods in-house, which I do. Effective advertising often has a story built into it, and my story is one of authenticity, because it's American-made, handmade goods. So I plan to build a really compelling story around my handmade goods. But before doing that, I had to order some special equipment so I could speed up the production time of my tote bags and everything. So right here I have samples, which I stopped by the shop this evening to whip up. So I pretty much stitched a couple pieces of fabric together, and I'm gonna mail them off to a few companies who make custom-made tools. So if you're a drop shipper, this is the part where you would have been sourcing from a few suppliers, trying to figure out who has the best match for what you're trying to do. I've never tried drop shipping, but I wonder, can you get as close to perfection as I'm trying to get, and probably will get, with the total in-house production? No say. So I'm working on duffel bags, which often have an outer shell, a zipper, and a lining. And if I could stitch all three of these pieces together in, I guess, one motion, that'd be great. I really streamline and speed up the production process, but it's got to be done with high quality, the best quality. So that's why instead of just one sample, I'm sending 2 samples to 2 different companies, and I'll see who gets the closest to what I want. So here's the finished sample, and it's always good to send the raw material as well, so they can duplicate what you sent to them. That's how you assure quality and consistency, which is absolutely essential if you plan on building a really strong brand and having an e-commerce store that people trust and keep coming back to for more. I'm gonna give you my actionable steps, and the first one is product development. But I gotta say this first. Sometimes we get so consumed with this not trading time for money thing that we jump into drop shipping with the wrong approach. You know, the approach is so anti-work, so anti-time for money, that we wind up finding junk and figuring out how we can sell it to folks instead of starting with a real product that we are proud of and we can stand behind. Product development is the first stage. This is where we build in that differentiation that we plan to talk about in our clever marketing. But it starts in the real world. It can't just start on the internet, and it's not a quick process. It's a series of iterations. It's like a long walk. And by the time we reach our destination, we're able to tell a good story because we are full of experience. We've lived with the product. We've developed it in a genuine, authentic way. So there's plenty to say. Once I'm satisfied with product development and I feel like everything is really dialed in, I'll shoot photos. But I'm using models who have been handpicked to really fit the demographic that I'm targeting. And this is really important to me. I don't want this to feel like an afterthought. Everything needs to be congruent. And we can do this with time and thought. It's not always about money. Once the photos are all squared away, I'm going to write some compelling copy based on things that I know work from sales experience in the past, plus stuff I've been learning lately from the gurus and teachers. This stuff is really worth the effort. I mean, look, the big companies do it. Why shouldn't we give it a try? So after all of this, we get to write, run, and play with ads. And this part will probably be the scariest, yet most gratifying part of the process. I can't wait. Nah. I take that back. The best part probably comes after ad experimentation. Because after running those ads, you will know your cost of acquisition, which means you'll know how much money it takes for you to gain or acquire a new customer. And once you know this, you can multiply your ad spend appropriately so that you hit the revenue goals you have. Now that's beautiful. That's kind of like printing money if you do it right. I'm going to make a few episodes so you can follow me on my journey. Consider this part 1, actionable steps.